Rajani's break with the Tigers will not dissuade her from playing a role in the life of her people. A day after she defends her doctoral thesis in London, she boards a plane for Sri Lanka. This is at a time when most Tamil professionals are fleeing their burning country.
I even begged her to leave the children with me. She said, no, because I was in limbo in the UK. I hadn't established myself. So she said, no, I will take my children back. They'll be fine. Her words were, there are millions of thousands, hundreds of thousands of children living in Jaffna, facing the same bombing and shelling. My children have to go back with me and live the same life. Rajani wanted to go back to the university, teach. She said the Department of Anatomy needs building up, and I have to do that.
I have been trying to pick up the threads that have fallen apart in work and organization and purpose. I would feel so depressed if I had not stood with my people, especially in this hour of immense suffering, that I had lied to my spirit, to the spirit of my people, to the millions of oppressed people. A trigger-happy security force, the state involved in death squad activity, neo-fascistic nationalist gangs. We are sitting on top of a volcano, an active one.
You would just sit there and listen, and every moment became such a long moment, and you'd listen to these planes, and you were just intensely listening to, and then you would see them in your mind's eye circling overhead and then swooping down, and you could hear them swooping down. And there was a corner of the bunker that had a crack in it, and I once looked up and I saw the plane exactly in that small crack, just in a small scrap of sky. I think what was most terrifying about the war was how helpless all these people became, all the adults, the whole community. They just were so afraid that they couldn't do anything to stop the bombs coming, and they couldn't do anything to make you safe. And I think whenever I looked at my mother, I saw someone who was very self-confident, very sure, very determined and purposeful, and that she had work to do. She was very much there in my life during the 4 last years. She liked to have order in the house. And I think this increased more and more because I think everywhere else became so disordered. So the only place you could have order was around you.
These were times of war when women were the bravest of the whole of society, because the men had gone to war, or they had gone abroad, or they had died in the war. The women were keeping the homes going. They were keeping civil society running. And she was one such woman as well. Her husband was in the underground, in the south. He was no good to her. So she was exactly one of these women.